Look, I know we all want more Etsy sales, but every sale starts with visibility. We need to get our product in front of the right people. There's a lot of ways to theoretically do that. You know me though, I am always thinking that time is money. So I need to do it, but do it efficiently, if that makes sense. Enter Alura's new Pinterest marketing tool. It's now possible to automate getting your Etsy listings pinned to your Pinterest account and getting them in front of any number of people on the world's first visual search engine that is Pinterest, right? So a beautiful looking Etsy listing would translate perfectly into a Pinterest pin, and Alura's new tool can do just that for us using automation. So I'm going to show you everything you need to know. Let's get to it. If you're ready to automate your Etsy shop's Pinterest presence, then follow along. First, you're going to need an Alura account. So if you don't have that, use the link in the description to get started. Then on the marketing tab, click Pinterest. And here you need to connect your Pinterest account, which can be done in just a few clicks. After authorizing Pinterest to connect with your Alura account, the fun begins. Alura is essentially going to act as a middleman between your Pinterest account and your Etsy account, and hopefully drive traffic from Pinterest to Etsy. Now, if you are new to Alura, go ahead and take a few seconds to connect your Etsy shop to your Alura account. It's about as simple as it was connecting Pinterest. After that, meet me on the marketing tab for Pinterest. Okay, now we can access the full dashboard and the fun begins because we can create our pins using our Etsy listings. So I'm going to go ahead and click the create button, and you'll notice because my Etsy shop is connected here, I'm able to select which products are going to make their way over to our Pinterest board. I can go ahead and select multiple listings at a time or one at a time to queue up some pins. I'm going to go ahead and click configure, and here's where we build out what our pins are going to look like, what data we're sending to Pinterest, including what images we send. So you'll notice it pulls in the Etsy listing images up here at the top. Every time you select one of them, you'll notice in the bottom left corner, it tells you it's going to create a pin from that image. So if I select all three, it says creating 3 pins. If I uncheck those 2 and I just keep the primary image, it says creating 1 pin. Next, the image aspect ratio. Pinterest optimized is a 2:3 ratio. They will convert your Etsy listing images for you. Alura will, if you select that, or you have the option of keeping the original ratio. I would just use Pinterest optimized. Now, scrolling down to the next section under content generation, Pinterest can optimize your pins using their AI. I recommend just rolling with this, letting AI do what it does best, but you have the option of also just using your Etsy listing data as is if you'd like. Next, choose your Pinterest board. If you haven't created a board on Pinterest, jump on over to Pinterest and do that first. Because it's integrated with Alura, it should update. If you don't see it, you might need to refresh the page or just wait a minute. But I'm gonna go ahead and select the Etsy pins board. By the way, if you're using sections in your Etsy shop, you might wanna just set up a Pinterest board that corresponds to each of your Etsy sections. And then you have the option of Pinterest board sections as well, optional. Now you get to set the priority. The default is medium. The higher the priority you set, the sooner this will be published to your Pinterest account. You can essentially schedule these pins to go out over time so that you're not just, seemingly potentially spamming them by doing a bunch all at once. So if this is a best-selling product or something, I might want to consider assigning a high priority. Moving on to the last step, I'm going to click preview, and it's going to show us all of the pins that we're currently creating. On this last step, you can scroll and see it's generated a title, a description, the alt text, the link. All of this can be edited as you see fit. Okay, usually the AI does a pretty good job and no edits need to be made. You also have the ability to change the order on the left-hand side of the pins in terms of the queue, essentially just rearranging what order they get sent to your Pinterest account in. So here, just take one final look, make sure everything looks good, and when they're ready, click Add All to Queue. Doing so should take you to your queue page in Alura. Here you can see that the pins we just created have jumped their way to the top of the line because we assigned high priority. We can also see the other pins that are scheduled to go out. Okay, you can see the date that they're scheduled and the time they're scheduled as well. Also, if you don't want to publish them, you can delete you can edit, and you have the option of publishing now in one click. Make sure to test that they make their way over to your Pinterest account by opening it up. Here you should be able to find all of your existing pins. And if you want to take a closer look, just go ahead and click it. It'll open up the pin. You have the option of expanding the product details and of course clicking the visit site button so that your Etsy listing is only one click away where it can be purchased, which is the end goal. Now, hopefully you're as excited as I am with how easy it is to establish a presence on one of the world's biggest search engines, Pinterest, for our Etsy shop. But wait, it gets better. Here on the Create tab in Alura, you have the option of automatically pinning new listings by simply toggling this to on. When you do this, every time you launch a new product on Etsy, it will automatically create a pin, and you can manage what images make their way into that pin right here, as well as the image aspect ratio. But wait, there's more. Right next to there, you have the Smart Pins option. If you toggle Smart Pins on, it's going to automatically pin your best-selling, best-performing listings from your Etsy shop. So I would certainly start here. As it says, new pins will be generated for you every day. Next, jump on over to the settings page. Here, you can set the number of pins per day that you would like Alura to create for you. And you can set up what posting schedule you'd like them to be created for you. So set your time zone and then set what blocks of time throughout the day you would like it to create pins for you on Pinterest. Last, you're going to want to monitor the success of your campaigns. So go over to the Analytics tab. Here you have the ability to monitor the impressions that your pins are generating on Pinterest, if they're generating engagement and clicks. And a little bit further down the page, you can view a section that shows you your top performing pins. This is really where the money is being made, so pay attention to these. And if you missed my previous video about doubling down on your best sellers, I'll also take this opportunity to link to it in the YouTube cards right here so you can see how easily, if you're selling print on demand, you can essentially leverage AI to do it. So do not miss that opportunity as well. But guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you're as excited as I am about it. Alura is going to be linked in the description of this video. Make sure to check them out. They've got a whole bunch of other really cool tools. We really only looked at the Pinterest marketing tool in this video, but they have a ton of great content on their YouTube channel as well, walking you through the rest of the tools over there at Alura. So shout out to them for implementing the Pinterest tool. I'm loving it so far. Guys, thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you soon with another new video.